Last week we had Open Source Week, covering open source tools software. We are back to Latona. And I have several announcements. Latona.app domain has been active for a while, but this week it gets some real content. We decided to remove two limitations, making this software much more powerful, which will be covered just before we come to prices. But, for newcomers, we will start with a brief recap. Latona is based on Django Music Publisher, open source software for small original publishers. On top of it, so far we have covered user administration and original publishing agreements. Dave will explain administration and sub-publishing agreements in the next video. And then Matija will explain why agreements must be at the core of music publishing administration software. He already talked about automated testing, audit trail, code optimization, and libraries for territories and common works registration. In the next weeks, we will pretty much run through works, recordings, artists and general releases, as this functionality is pretty much same as in DMP. Let's have a brief look at Latona.app. As everything else, we made it as simple as possible. Introductory video and tutorials dominate in the header. Then the text with links to the list of features, user manual and support page. Below are the plans, and we have only 3. We did put 2 lines, number of users, and amount of metadata here, although these are not limited in any of the plans, just to make this clear. And then the only actual difference, agreement types. And, below, client access, just to make clear that Latona has client access. And now I announce a couple of changes. Very proudly. We announced to keep the single manuscript share model from DMP. We are dropping this limitation. Customers can now choose to use a single share model or have separate share fields. Latona supports both general and specific sub-publishing agreements, just as for original and administration. Matija concluded this will shorten the development time, make Latona much faster, while giving an important additional feature.
It is much faster because we can get all agreements for a work, even for a list of works, with a single SQL query.
What is he talking about?
Never mind, just keep going.
Where was I?
We apologize. Here are our 3 next videos. And the whole Latona app series from the start. You should really stop interrupting us. Who cares about a single SQL queue?
Query, SQL query. Q is for async.
Who cares?
I was at pricing.
We didn't announce prices?
It's your fault.
You are still rolling, you idiot.